welcome to Toronto Talk Sports and More. It's your guy NWB, and we're still in lockdown, but we're doing it the best we can. Here I am today with my man Justen Williams.
How's it
It's
going,
also his
TTS?
birthday, so happy 21st, Justin.
21st. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And we have a special guest joining us down from Connecticut. He plays for the Halifax Hurricanes. His name is Kwan Zimmerman. You can find him on Instagram at TootsView. Kwan, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Not too bad. Now, Kwan, talk us through the situation down in Connecticut. How have you been, and how are you guys holding up in general?
We're fine. I mean, we're okay. We're still in a lockdown down here. You know, everyone's trying to stay safe and stay quarantined with their families or their loved ones, whatever. But I mean, it's pretty like it's like a ghost town outside. Unless it's really nice, you might go out and see some people like at the park or something, or going for a run or something like that. But other than that, I mean, things is pretty shut down around here. It's been closed. Everything is pretty much closed. No businesses is really open. I mean, so it's just we know everyone's just trying to stay safe and get through this thing.
Right.
And Justin, how's the life of quarantine been for you of late?
Life of quarantine's been rough, man. Like, as a comedian, it's definitely you can't get any stage time. Like, I miss the stage. I miss getting on there. I just did an online show last night. Actually, it was very weird. It was very similar to this, but it's recorded and it's going to distribute later on. But for the most part, the quarantine is just it's a lot of adjusting. I'm not gonna lie. I can't imagine what it's like for an athlete to go through this. Like, you guys got to practice like physically all the time, get your jump shots in, do what you got to
Yeah,
do. I can
yeah.
recite to my cat, but that's about like different.
And that's a good point you raised, Justin. So Kwan, tell the audience about how things have been for you as an athlete. Like, obviously, the season for you is on hold at the moment. How
hmm
have you had to adjust in terms of your workouts and some other things?
it's really tough because there's no gyms open, so it's tough to get some shots up, like to get some jump shots up, like Jay said. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very tough on that part. I mean, we can stay home, we can stay inside, and you know, what I mean, do our calisthenics. We can do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some jumping jacks, things like that. But I mean, as a basketball player, you got to stay in the gym, and you got to shoot the basketball. You got to dribble the basketball. So there's a lot more that come into it with your skill work and stuff as far as being prepared for a basketball game. But I mean, it's been tough. It's been tough. But you know, every basketball player is in the same situation. You know, so whatever the case may be, if we continue the season or if they cancel it, whenever we step back on the floor or put the ball in our hand, we all might be a little rusty because we just haven't been able to get any reps.
Hmm.
And just on the point of season resumption, would you want to see a couple of weeks of maybe a preseason before you get back into the regular season proper, or would you rather just jump straight back into it?
I mean, if everything is gonna be pushed back, I think we all should at least have like a week of practice. You know, just a week of practice before we probably get back into playing some games. I feel like it'd be very tough to get right back into game mode after being off for a month and a half. That's pretty tough adjustment. But I mean, like if we could get like a week of practice and within that practice, I'm sure like teams and guys will want to scrimmage and get up and down and stuff like that. Get a lot of shots, get your feet back under you. You know, get into some game shape playing up and down. I mean, I think that'd be very beneficial. But yeah, so I'd like to see at least a week if we can, at least.
Yeah.
And Justin, the reason I bring that up is there is talk in some other leagues of having some sort of training camp or preseason before getting into the resumption of the regular seasons. What are your thoughts on that as a fan?
As a fan, it's kind of daunting. Like, there's news coming out from different leagues all the time. And with that being said, like, the NHL had just announced last hour they're going to do an expansion of the playoffs. So they're adding two extra teams, one for each conference essentially, right? So East and West. Um, and the NBA is talking about doing a remote location of just doing all their games. I don't know if that's going to come to light. I don't know where they would choose to do that. I don't know if the NBL is going to do that. But as a fan, it's nice to hear some news, but it's there's still a long way to go. Like, there's small light at the end of a very, very long tunnel.
Hmm. And that's the thing. We don't know when this light is going to come. So I guess we just have to play it by ear, um, take each day as it comes, and just try and stay calm and stay strong. Now, Kwan, news came out this week that some athletes that played in the NCAA this season before suspension will not be able to get another year of eligibility. That must be tough. especially as a former college athlete like yourself. Um, how do you feel about that?
I mean, that's tough. This is a tough situation. It's out of our control, but and that's the unfortunate part, right? It's something that we can't control, and we're reaping the consequence for it. I understand like we'd rather be safe than sorry, but it's totally unfair to the athletes. I mean, especially the guys that's like their senior. Like when they canceled the NCAA tournament, that's really huge. That's huge for two reasons. I mean, like fans, I mean, it's one of the biggest, I mean, events ever. Everyone's tuned in. People that have never even seen basketball is tuned into March Madness because, people filling out brackets or whatever the case may be, trying to win money, whatever the situation is. But then, like a lot of guys, if they have like an okay season, then they have a breakout tournament. That raises their draft stock. It gives them a chance, to get drafted. Like a lot of people make their names in the tournament, and that's I feel like that's the worst part about it. Like I feel sorry for those guys because guys are hungry. Guys work hard all year long. You know what I mean? All preseason, all season, just for this moment. You know what I mean? To get that opportunity. You know what I mean? To battle it out for a national championship or whatever. So for that to just be stripped away from them and not being able to get that back and then losing their eligibility and stuff like that, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. So I mean, like, I definitely feel for the athletes in this situation for sure.
How did you find out that the league was canceled? Was it just through your through media sources, or did like an agent tell you? Did your manager tell you? Your coach tell you? Like how'd that happen?
Yeah, our coach told us they had a league call. They had a league call. Then they put out an announcement, like the owners and everyone. They had a big meeting, a big league meeting, and it was a announcement that came out. But we kind of knew a little bit ahead of time. Our coach told us that possibly that it would be canceled.
Yeah, so it wasn't a
Uh,
shock to you. You were like you had a
It
game.
wasn't a shock when we. Yeah, it was a shock. We actually had a game. We were playing a Windsor Express right after the game. We were on the road, right, the middle of a road trip, and right after the game, we going into the locker room, and after the coach said this, speech and whatever, and we bring it in. I check my phone. First thing you see is a notification come up across my phone says NBA suspended season. So
Mhm.
I knew because of the coronavirus. That's when Rudy Gobert tested positive with coronavirus and things like that. So once we seen that, automatically in my mind, I figured if the NBA shut down, we should be expecting something soon as well, So already in my mind, I was kind of leaning towards that way, and we were supposed to leave from Windsor to go to Sudbury to play Sudbury 5 the
Right.
next day, played the next day, and they ended up canceling that game. And once they canceled that game, that's when I knew like probably a complete shutdown will be following that for sure. Yeah, that's what I knew.
Interesting.
I got one more question. Now this one's a bit offbeat, a bit different, but Kwan, how many times on average do you find you're washing your hands in these times?
I'm somebody that washes my hands on a regular anyways, but for sure now I'm washing my hands. Anytime I touch anything, I'm washing my hands. As fast as this thing is spreading. But yeah, I mean it's something that we all should be doing on a daily anyway. Like if you got hand sanitizer or whatever, I mean this is something that shouldn't make us do something that we should be doing anyway. Let's just say, we should be doing that, making sure we're getting the germ stuff off our hands. And me touching the basketball and sweating and working out stuff all the time, it's very important that I wash my hands anyway and try to keep them as clean as possible.
Yeah, the reason I ask is I'm finding I'm washing hands a lot.
A lot, yeah, a lot, a lot. Sanitizing and washing a whole lot for sure.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Want to make the world a cleaner place, that's for sure.
One hand
Yeah.
wash at a time. Yeah.
One hand wash.
Let's see if people will continue to do this after we get over this thing, or will people go back to their
Nasty
to their
habits.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say it takes 21 days to create a habit, so I think
Right.
we're about 3 weeks in North America.
So 21 days.
Anyway, that's a good chat, guys. Thanks for your time, Kwan.
Yeah.
Once
Thanks,
again, you can find him on Instagram, TOOTSVIEU, TootsView, and you can also find Justen on Instagram, JUS10Williams. Slide into his DMs. Wish him happy birthday, gents.
Happy
Thank you so
birthday,
much.
happy birthday, happy
Hey,
birthday,
thanks, man.
man.
Pleasure
Thanks so
talking
much.
to you. This is Toronto Talk Sports and more. For the love of the six, let's connect.
Day is new in Toronto. Thank you for watching. Please click the like button and leave us a comment with your feedback. And don't forget to subscribe with notifications to see more engaging and interactive content. Toronto Talk Sports and more. For the love of the Six, let's connect.